Welcome to Crew Life at Sea podcast. Here, we will share the skills you need to make your experience and adventure out at sea a success. Hear inspiring stories from experienced crew from all diversities. Gain knowledge and know your rights. Be part of the Crew Life at Sea. And let's welcome your host, Raymond Crystal.
Crew Life at Sea, welcome back. Today we have a waiter. A couple episodes ago we interviewed an assistant waiter, so I thought it would be the right time for us to interview a waiter and see his point of view compared to what we heard with the assistant waiter. And with me today I have a guy, he's all the way from the sewers, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Raphael. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you today?
Okay, good, man. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Where you're from? What's your life story?
My name's Rafael. I'm from the Philippines. I've been working on cruise ships for contract, almost 4 years now.
Wow, but you don't sound Filipino. Your voice is very, where have you been studying, or were you somewhere else?
No, born and raised in the Philippines.
Okay.
It's like my parents teach us to speak English in their house. So
Excellent. Now I know.
Yeah.
Good. So tell me, how did you get to this point in your life?
Well, actually, I got a degree of hotel and restaurant management, and after working on land, fine dining restaurant, after a contract on land base, I decided to work on the ship, and then that's it. I'm here.
So what do you think of the ships compared to land? No, be honest, man. What, do you prefer? Be honest. It's your.
It's
thing.
actually to tell you the truth, working in ships, it's like a very good training ground.
Yeah.
Not just for your knowledge, but for personality development as well. Because working on cruise ships, like, you need to be flexible all of the time, every time. So it's really good.
Funny story is, my very first contract, I was an assistant waiter for 4 months.
No way.
And then I was a waiter for 2 months, and then I changed department very fast. It was a tough experience as an assistant waiter, getting fixed all the time.
That's true.
And I was on a big ship, and I had like thousands of guests. I
Thousands,
know,
yes,
but it pays off, this job. It's a good salary waitering.
Yeah,
you get
especially
really,
the tips.
Yeah, you get
Really paid off, man.
good money, man. You
Yeah.
work hard, but you get a good pay, so it does work off at the end.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to work hard. You need to work smart.
Yeah. What do you do as a waiter?
We give shit to the assistant waiter.
That's what I was waiting for. That was the answer. Because the other guy says to me, "Oh man, these assistant waiters, they just boss us around," and I'm like,
No, I was just messing around. Actually, the waiter's job is to really take care of the guests. It's like to anticipate what they want before they ask it. You offer it to them. Like, you give service like how you want it to be served.
so like if I come in the beginning of the cruise and my name's Bob and I like my pina colada with a triple shot, you try to make sure that you bring him pina colada with a triple shot before he even asks for it.
Yeah, that's true. And I tasted it before I served it, so.
I like your style. That's Oh my gosh. Can you tell me the process if somebody wanted to work on board as a waiter? How would they get this type of a job?
Actually, before going to a waiter position, you need to become a steward first, so like a buffet runner or like buffet steward. After buffet steward, you need to show off like your food knowledge, what you can do, and then you become an assistant waiter. An assistant waiter is totally different as a buffet steward. Assistant waiter is like a total assistant to the waiter. It's like being Batman and Robin. You're gonna be the Robin for Batman. You're not gonna ask though, but you're gonna support him to everything that he needs. Like before he asks it,
You gotta be there.
you gotta be there to make sure all of his water carafes, water jugs are full before you open the service.
So you say jump, he says how high, right?
That's true.
I see that they move assistant waiters around the ship to different locations and all over. You guys, no, you just
Stay in one, yeah. Stay in the station. A waiter will never leave the station.
I notice your stations are very small. You don't actually work there, right? It's assistant waiters, or do you actually do anything from there?
Actually, we do something from there. It's like we have a different kind of point of view. Like for example, like you're handling your station. You've got your own map. You've got your own map. It's like you've got your own timings as well. It's like you do the seesaw system.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when this one finish, I go to the next one. I make sure that I must save my to go to that table. I must pass through the other table as well. At the same time, pick up, put, bust out, bring to the dirty. Pick up, put, bust out, bring to the dirty table.
Routine going there to
Yep.
better your service. Eh?
That's true.
Yeah, wow. It's not just walk in the park, ladies and gentlemen. That's why they get paid so much. You know it. It's a good pay, but I just couldn't handle that pressure. It was just too much. Eh? Like talking about pressure. Tell me a story on how do you handle an incident or something that you can remember off the top of your head.
I can't. There's too many to mention.
Anyone, or just
The
tell me
best-
like one that really
Like really comes into my
just
mind.
anything comes to mind. Just so we could better explain them so they can
Yeah.
understand more or less.
So most of the guests, they're like they're really different. They're not. They have their own personality.
Okay.
As me as a waiter, I approach my guests like a friendly, happy way. I want them to feel welcome.
Yeah.
Some guest doesn't like it. May I approach them with a smile. Madam, how are you today? I hope you had a lovely day. I hope you had a lovely day today.
Yeah.
And would you like to have some water? No water. Oh, you must keep hydrated, madam. The weather is very hot outside. I told you no water. I apologize, madam. May I take the water glass? And then, yeah, it goes on and on till the end of the service, man. It's like,
She's just blocking you out.
yep, every time. Every time.
If you have a hard situation, does your waiter D or the boss try to move you or move them? Ever?
Actually, you try to control the situation first.
Okay. And then he would.
Yeah, after if you can't handle it anymore, you report to your supervisor.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm sure if you get to a point where you can't handle, they're going to move you or move them or something, right?
Yeah.
Because it's satisfaction for the guest.
Guest satisfaction is top priority.
So, in order for a promotion as a waiter, where would you be going next? If assistant waiter, waiter,
Head waiter.
head waiter. And what is the head?
Yeah.
Is that then hard? Is that a long process or?
Yeah, that's really long process. To think here on board, there's four head waiters, and there's 26 waiters. To think 26 waiters are going to get that position, head waiter position. 26 people aiming for that 4 slots.
Yeah.
So it's gotta be it's a tough fight. So
This is a small ship. Imagine the big ships, man.
imagine the big
That
ships.
is huge compared
Yeah.
to this. So you're lucky in a way, and you're not. So it's like a catch-22 situation.
How come you're lucky?
Because you still have just a little bit of you. So you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
more of a chance. If there's only 26 of you, you only got 26 people to battle.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
a big ship, you may have like 122
100
battle.
waiters, man.
You know, by
Yeah.
the time you get to 90, you're already tired and you're dead and you need a refreshment or something.
And
yeah,
then, yeah.
you got only 25, and if you know your stuff, you can go right through them, man.
Know their weakness
Yeah.
and know their strength.
Yeah, man. During rush period of the time of service, how does that work? The real rush.
The real
right?
rush.
When it's like everyone at the same time is just,
Boom.
yeah, you know the rush period.
Yeah. Peak hours. Just like how I got this job. They interviewed me. Well, what's your advantage? Well, I smile. Okay. What's your disadvantage? I never stop smiling. Yeah. That's how I do. Everything comes together. Boom. I smile. Just give me a moment, madam. I'll be right back with you. Just inform them that you will be back. As long as you've informed them, they will understand. And that's it. Go to the next person. And then start one by one. Do it nice and slow.
So you figured it out from all these years. See, guys, that's why this podcast is out there, so that you will not make the same mistakes that we have done over our time and take our advice. This is the whole point of why I'm trying to get the knowledge out from you and everybody for everybody else, which is, I wish I had this when I was starting ships, because I had to go through that.
You need to go to the hard process.
Yeah, you've got to fail before you get up. I mean,
That's
this is the
true.
way of life. And if you're going to just keep going and not fail, you're never going to succeed. You have to fail to learn the mistake and learn from that mistake, not to make it happen
Let's
again.
make it happen again.
That's
yeah.
right. So don't think you're not going to make mistakes, because it's guaranteed. What parts of your job do you find the most challenging?
Most challenging. Waking up early. Waking up early, man. To think every day, from the start of my contract till the end, you need to wake up for breakfast, lunch, dinner. I mean, like not every time, but most of the time.
And breakfast is what time?
6 o'clock.
So you're going to wake up 5:30?
5 o'clock, yeah,
Wow.
5:30. Almost every day, and we got broken schedules. So
And then you go work for the breakfast until,
Maybe around 6 to 10.
okay, and then you have a
Have
little break,
Yeah.
and then
an
you're
hour
back.
to 2 hours break, and then you're back for lunch, 12 o'clock. Finish around 3 o'clock.
Another little break,
Another little break. Come back 6:15 for dinner.
and then until 11.
Until 11, 12.
So the pockets must be full of money for you to be working this amount of hours, because it wouldn't be worth it
No,
if you weren't getting a good sum of money. So
Yeah.
you must know that it pays off.
it pays off.
Yeah, I love this pay, but I wanted to just press buttons.
It's much better to press buttons, man.
Living on board out at sea can be a bit tough. How's your accommodation space, and what benefits do you have as a waiter?
Food.
Yeah,
You work in the restaurant,
great
man.
one, because you guys get the best,
best
food,
food.
filet mignon, all of
You
that.
name it.
So why haven't
Double
I ever
foie
had
gras.
any? Why you don't ever bring me some?
Hey,
This
sorry,
is over,
man.
guys. This is over. The show's over. We'll see you next time. This guy's out of here.
A lot of benefits, man. Starting from food, drinks, more food, more drinks.
Cabin?
Cabin, so. If you're a waiter, you get 2 guys in 1 cabin. It's okay. It's like we don't get free laundry or anything, but it's all good and like better than nothing.
Oh, no, of course.
Yeah.
Knowing what you know now, if you could change one thing in your career, what would it be and why?
Oh, good question, man.
From all your contracts,
Yeah.
you've learned so much. What do you think you could change? Just one thing from what you've learned that would help you benefit yourself in the future.
I'm happy at the moment, but for that question, I think I would have changed to get a different degree than getting this.
So you have a different degree in...
And to become a captain someday, to become to have a different profession.
You're happy with the profession, but you prefer to have gone in another direction.
Because this profession really take a very long process. Yeah, but at the end, when you reach the top management, quadruple digit, man, like high salary.
Yeah, entrepreneur stuff.
That's true. Like working, owning your own restaurant. Do this, do that. I'm the boss. I only work for how many hours a day?
If you worked on bigger ships,
Yeah.
so what's the difference for you on a bigger ship and a smaller ship?
Smaller ships, you can take care of your guests really well because you can know them. You
Yeah.
can know them very, very well. You know what to get. You know what they want. You can anticipate what they need. And on the bigger ships, like every day, new guests every day. You don't know. You know their names. You don't know. You make them feel welcome, but it's just not like Mikasa Sukasa. Welcome
Yeah.
to my home. So it's so totally different.
It's just a number.
Just the number, yeah.
Tell me about the negatives and the positives of the job.
Yeah, to go to details, the negatives about our job is like working too many hours a day. I think we're working almost 14 hours maximum during embarkation. Regular days 11, 10 hours minimum, and that's broken schedule. You can't sleep one long sleep because you need to wake up, go to work, have a break, go back to have a little nap, go back to work again. And the positive thing is food.
Yeah.
You're gonna taste all of the food that you have in the menu.
After this, later on tonight, I'm coming for a steak, filet mignon, or something, bro. Because if not, I'm cutting your TV and your cabin, and you're
Yeah.
gonna be watching nothing for your whole contract.
Not with this maitre d'. Right?
He's a new guy. He just came on.
he just
so,
came
yeah,
on
he
board,
looks a
so-
bit tough. I see him walking around, looking
Like
at
a
things,
tiger, man.
pointing at things. and
Attention to detail. Yeah.
Some of them are okay, but when you have a bad boss like this, it can be difficult, right?
It's real different. Yeah, not that bad really, but he's got an eye. He's very old school.
You're in big trouble, bro.
I know. Already am.
Let me ask you something about the sister waiters again, because I find this really interesting. So what happens when you talk to your sister waiters and they just backchat to you, or they tell you to F off, or they like don't want to do what you want to do? How do you handle, like, because you obviously you're gonna get a assistant waiter. How does it work? Do you get a new one, or is it always changing, or are you set with the one guy? Tell me a little bit about this.
It really depends, because if you're a veteran waiter, then you're gonna give a new assistant. If you're a new waiter, they give a veteran assistant waiter. So you make it balanced.
Balance, yes.
Yeah, but if the assistant waiter does that to me, I'm not gonna share tips with you. Why should I give you money? You give me a hard time.
So you're supposed to share your tips with them?
Not really, but for me, I give money to my assistant to keep him motivated.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
That's really good. It's the right way to do
Yeah.
it.
Give him money. Oh man, I'm getting money. I'm gonna run for this. shit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so keep him motivated. But if he works like trash, I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna run my money.
Don't worry, this guy is going to be a waiter D, people. Be ready and out for him. Raphael the turtle. Yeah, so the trays, how many dishes do you carry on a tray? Because now you just go and get the food,
Yeah.
supposedly. I had a chat with an assistant waiter previously, and they said they also fetch the food sometimes. But from my previous experience from companies, that the waiter's supposed to do it. But I know when you're in a rush,
Yeah.
obviously they can help.
They can help. Yeah.
Yeah, so that means you're like a pro now. How many are you carrying on this tray, and how does it work? And when it's shaky and the seas are going bobbling left and
Yeah.
right, how do you handle it?
You must know the proper procedure of how to carry a tray. Like bend your knees first.
Yeah.
To make sure you've got a nice foundation before you carry it. When you hold it right in the middle, make sure all of the heavy things are in the middle and next close to you. Because if it's outside, it will be a little bit rocky, wobbly, unbalanced.
Center mass.
Yep, it's gonna be like right in the equilibrium.
Yeah.
The heaviest part. You carry it. You have your shoulders to support it. It's gonna be easy.
How many plates are you carrying on a tray? 16? 8?
Hey, play me safe. I play safe, man. 12.
Yeah, safe. No, yeah, 12 is safe, right?
Yeah.
But 16 is the max, right?
16 is the maximum, yeah.
Because I didn't really think about the tray procedure, but there's a procedure to it, and
There's
you
a
got to have
procedure. Yep, to support
the safety
the
belt.
safety belt.
You get that as you get on board,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you have to wear it. Do
And-
they actually check?
Actually, sometimes they don't, because
Yeah.
sometimes
'Cause it
some
goes
of the
under you.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true. That's
Yeah.
why you need to really bend it. Use your knees, not your back. Use your legs,
Yeah.
not your back.
Yeah. Guess I don't know how to carry a tray.
Now you want to become a waiter,
No,
huh?
no, still don't,
Want to
man.
change department?
I just don't like it. I mean, I just remember myself doing it and running there, and like there was a table of like 10 people or whatever. This little kid, can I get a chocolate milk? And on the big ships, the galleys on the other side,
Oh,
and I have to run
man.
all the way there. And I got to check chocolate milk, and I come all the way back, and can I also have one? I'm like, yeah, sure. And I go all the way there, and I get another one. When I get back, the mother goes, can I have one? And I'm in my head going, you. And I go all the way back, and then I come back. And
You
it's
curse them. You curse them.
it's in
all
your
the
head,
way.
yeah. It's not easy, but the money was just amazing,
yeah.
amazing. Okay, so this is the big question I ask everybody, man. And I've heard some good stuff. Tell me the most shocking thing that you've ever encountered or seen in your career at sea.
Ooh, shocking thing.
Anything. It can be, I've had a ghost story, I've had a suicide story, I've had, I've had many things, a bomb explosion. Mine was a fire just before New Year. What's something that you will never forget that's happened to you at sea that was like, wow?
What comes to mind is totally different, man.
Tell me.
I was drunk.
It's not fun. Tell me your drunk experience.
I was drunk. I want to take a pee.
Yeah.
Because the restroom's inside the cabin. I opened the door. I slammed the door. I opened my eyes. I'm outside.
You left your key inside or
Yeah.
did you piss outside? No, you just
I just walked outside, man. No key, underwear, boom.
Anybody see you?
I don't know. It was 3 o'clock in the morning.
How'd you get back in?
I knocked. No one answered, man. My cabin mate was drunk as well. I called him. I stayed outside for like 20, 30 minutes, man. With my underwear on. And I didn't want to pee.
Okay, so that's a good one.
That's the most.
That's 100%. That's what I'm looking
Yeah.
for. These type of stories, because they don't know these things. Because when you woke up, you're like, I need the toilet, but you didn't realize you were going. That's how small the cabin is. You went to the other door instead.
You went to the other door. Oh man.
That's fun. Trying to just recover from that. That was a good one. So has working at sea changed your life in any way? And
Yeah, it did. Now I could say I'm a better person.
yeah, it helped.
Yeah, being flexible, being mature, especially knowing how to balance things, which is urgent or which is things to do. I'm like urgent. There's urgent and there's things that you must do as well.
And a tray.
Yeah, and the tray. And the tray. Yeah, it's like yeah.
You've been at sea now 4 years, right?
Yeah.
What makes you keep coming back?
I'm paying for my house.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful answer. You know, you're the only person right now who's given me a straight up answer, a good cause.
Yeah.
You're paying for your
I'm
house.
paying for my house.
Very nice. I wish you the best of luck.
Thanks,
because
man.
a lot of people, they come here, they do it, they get stuck like me. And they just can't control it. So
Yeah.
you have a goal, a vision, which you're going for.
Trying my best. Sometimes
just
you.
keep smiling. You're gonna get through it, bro.
Yes, man. That's the way I do it, man.
I learned from you, and you learned from me. Yeah, we never actually, we don't even know each other. We only met when I came to the ship, and immediately when I spoke to Rafael, I said to him, wow.
You went to the gym?
Yeah, the gym. We went to the gym.
You box?
Yeah.
You box?
To do jiu-jitsu, because I like to do sports, and he looked like he was a sporty guy, and he was doing all these things. I said, come on, let's go do. It's like, no, man, I better go. Yeah, so interesting. If you have any advice for the viewers out there, what would it be for any of the new hires that are interested in this job? What would you like to tell them?
Just be ready. Not just mentally, not just physically, but like totally ready. Be ready. Expect the unexpected. Because you're gonna be fucked here in the ship. Not literally though, but
No, you will get literally.
Sometimes,
yeah. Sometimes goals.
yeah.
This is not the podcast for that right now. You know? Maybe in another episode. Would it be possible if I could take your email and put your email address in the bottom of my show notes? So if anybody's interested, they could contact you.
Yeah, sure.
Just to find out anything. You never know. Maybe not. Just so they have some more information. That'll be great. Thanks, man. Okay, but before we go, I want you to give you two options. First option, I thought of this just a few seconds ago.
Oh man, don't make me sing.
That's
You got two options.
You can either sing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or you could do the outro for me of this podcast with your deep voice.
I could do what?
The outro.
Outro? What's outro?
Thank you for listening to Crew Life at Sea, and have a safe journey and whatever you want to say. But use my name, Crew Life at Sea, and you do a nice outro with that voice, or you can sing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hey, no, shit, man, that's not good. Okay.
Obviously, that's why I did that, so you could do my outro.
Hey, it's like a false dilemma, man. Nowhere else to go, but that's that way. Okay.
Blocked airway.
Thank you for listening to Crew Life at Sea. Safe sailing, guys. See you later.
Sweet, that's great. Thanks, bro. And thank you for being on my show. You were great. And keep that tray straight up, Mr. Turtle Man.
And don't forget, keep on smiling.
Keep on smiling, guys. Ciao.
Thanks for listening to Crew Life at Sea podcast. Want any of your questions answered? Send us an email at crewlifeatseainfogroup.com. Thank you for being a part of our adventure at sea.